All right, so since you didn't ask him, we're not going to give him a treat for that one.
Okay.
Come. So in the video you'll watch, come. He looked at those and kind of veered around them a little bit. So he's still veering around. Now you didn't ask him to come, so we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. We'll put it this way. We'll see if we get a different response with him ignoring putting the treats there. We'll see if he goes this way instead. Come. Excellent. Great avoidance. Come. So you're not a dummy. He's a smart dog. He's already picked up that we want him to avoid these. So the more that we practice that, the more that he walks around him and then gets a positive reinforcer. So go ahead and ask him to SIT.
Sit.
And then let him lick it off your hand and scratch him under his chin and say sit at the same time. Rip. Come. Come. Up. Come. So I would just, again, I think for the mulch problem that you guys have, I think just simply putting some of it in here and again, doing it outside as well. And practice putting a big pile of it on the ground. And then I would just have him practice coming to, with the pile between the two of you. So he's got to walk around it. And each time he walks around it, he comes to you, he gets a treat. And we reinforce the come, so we help build on that and make him more responsive to the come command in the future. At the same time, we're rewarding him for practicing avoidance. That combined with, I think, getting him some appropriate chew toys, and I would also look at maybe trying to increase his exercise a little bit as well. Again, he's not a super high energy dog, so he doesn't need to go for a 5-mile run, but I think if you can get him going a little bit more, that'll help take a little bit out of it. Now, right now, if you notice, he's breathing a little heavy. I think this is a little bit stressful for him in a low level, which is okay. We want to, a little bit of stress actually prepares us for dealing with stuff later on. When a dog is breathing heavy, when it's not really doing much to exert itself, it's usually because it's having internal conflict or there's stress involved. And I'm guessing that this is pretty much stress. So practicing having little pieces of mulch on the floor, again, I know it's not ideal to do in the house, but the more that he gets used to avoiding that, and if you notice he just walks around on his own, you can go and give him a reward, and you can give him kind of a command that means avoidance for specifically for the mulch. So you can say, chipper, or come up with a word that's unique that every time you see him avoid it, you say the word of chipper while he walks around it. Eventually you say chipper, and I'm going to walk around the mulch. So we kind of condition him to do that on command. Come. What great avoidance. How polite you are. Come. I know I tricked you there. You're just getting love instead of a treat. But yeah, he's got some, unlike a lot of the dogs I worked with when I came in, he had a very, very respectful greeting. He stayed away from the door. He didn't go all the way into it. He kind of almost stopped and looked back for you guys. Rip. Come. Oh, go ahead.
Come. Oh, shoot.
I would have made him SIT.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
He came.
Absolutely. And if you notice, he came pretty quickly. He had a little bit of a bounce in his step.
Yeah.
Are we feeling a little bit better? We got a little positive reinforcer. Now we got some good, got a little attention. Took the tension out of things. Rip, you did good, buddy. Come. Come. When you see that bounce in their step like he just had, that's when you know they're feeling good about what they're doing. And you should feel good, right? You're a good-looking guy.